Previously on the show that has been so aptly and poignantly titled, New Crits on the Block.
You're going to find out about this any second now, so I'm just going to tell you. There's been a third gate. Just like before, they appear randomly and sporadically all over the world. Anywhere there are trees, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. In areas of greater foliage concentration, there's more of them. And of course, everything's gone to hell in the meantime. I'm going to have you meet the mayor's assistant, and they'll tell you what we need to have done. But we're going to pay you. Does that seem fair? Before you stands a fairly plain-looking building, and you find yourself standing out in front of the mayor's residence, where you will be given your first job in Havenport. And welcome back to Havenport, everybody. I've missed y'all. It's been a while.
Wow.
You sound like a game show host coming back from a commercial break.
You really do. Like you got the long little skinny mic in front of you.
Yes. Oh, of course.
Yeah, Bob Barker
you know
style.
what? I meant to shit. I forgot to mention I was going to say, because this episode comes out on the 26th of June. The previous one came out on the 19th. I meant to say happy Juneteenth, everybody.
Well, now it's too
I'll
late.
throw it in the middle break.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And make sure to tell them that I said it.
No, it'll only come from Matt.
100%.
Make sure to say that
definitely only
everybody
from
said
Ben.
it except for Ben.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want.
I'm going to say, Ben, we said happy Juneteenth. Ben said, what's Juneteenth? That's going to be what I
Big ol'
say.
fart.
How did you get that
Yeah,
audio
big
from
ol'
me?
You could do anything with
You know
AI
exactly
now.
how.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I've been good.
Oh, P.S. I made my token by going into the AI art creator and saying David Attenborough as a 5e Dungeons and Dragons druid, and that's
Wait,
what I got.
I need to see the rest of him then.
Yeah, I need to see the full bod.
Yeah, you know what he looks like? He looks like if David Attenborough was also Jon Snow, but also Keyleth from Critical Role.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. His name isn't David Attenborough in the game, by the way.
No,
what's
no,
his
we
full
know that.
name?
What is it, Matt?
Share with the group.
Why are you being weird?
His-
Just fucking share it.
His
I have
name,
it.
Get it with a
his
straight
name,
face.
his name, with a straight face. I don't know if that's possible. His name is David Scattenborough,
Oh God.
and he's
Is he a
he's the
jazz
realm's.
scatman?
No, he is the realm's leading pooologist.
I can't wait for that to come up.
Poo, yeah, we need some,
I can
yeah,
do something
we need
with
some
that.
scat. Yeah, we need some scat.
Let's make
Well,
sure.
that's why he's a druid, because he's like a tracker, basically. Like he's like a zoologist,
Yeah.
But he's a poolologist.
He's,
but he's Scattenborough, so
that's
it's a
how he tracks.
poolologist.
Yes.
Yeah, it's how, yeah.
Zoologist. Scientific name.
Stupidest.
Not to be confused with piologist.
No,
Oh,
he has a
boy.
he has a nickname, but we'll get into that later.
Wait, what?
Oh God, he has another name.
That I don't know. No one told me. I have not
Oh,
been
no.
informed of any of this.
Oh no.
It's very stupid.
On one of his monologues.
I can't wait to hear it. Okay, are we ready, Ben?
Yeah, Ben, are you good? Are you
Yeah, I
going?
think we're good to go. So yeah, as I said, everybody, welcome back. Episode 2 of my one shot, which is going terribly, but we're just gonna pretend like it's not.
What?
That's
Fake it till you
going
make
great.
it.
It's going great.
Fake it till you make it.
I think it's going great.
So as you guys approach the mayor's residence, it just looks like a perfectly normal, pleasant building with a somewhat intricate carved sign that says, office of the mayor above top. It's not intended to be anything too what's the word I'm looking for? Not
Fancy.
glorious. Fancy, yes, thank you. I don't know why I could not think of such a simple thing.
massive. Are you looking for
Um,
massive?
Yeah, you really got to get that one in your lexicon, Ben, if you want to
Jake
be a
will
good
be your
DM.
Yeah.
CDM.
I don't know how. So everybody proceeds to walk inside the mayor's residence. Everybody is in. I'm going to go ahead and say, just for fun, Gush is last. And as Gush begins to enter
That is fun.
the mayor's residence, directly next to the doorway, he sees Brian. Your character Gush sees what appears to be a dead body lying directly next to the entrance to the mayor's home. However, it is not visible to anyone else. It is purely visible to you. Nobody else can see it, and it appears to be somewhat ethereal, as in, like, it's not really there. It's more like a image or a memory of it. And it lays on the ground, sprawled open, with a wound in its rib. Just an open wound, exposing its innards to the outside world. And whoever this is or was, his eyes remain open and transfixed and staring at you.
Without saying anything to the rest of the group, I'm just going to go up and kind of inspect, just get a closer look.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a. We'll say we can do. I'm going to give you a chance to pass this. Doesn't matter because you don't have any of these skills.
You poke it with
you do.
Menace.
You have a little bit of perception. Give me a
Ben
perception
is so
check.
disappointed in us, guys.
I know, he hates our stats so much.
You can hear it in his voice. Oh, you have horrible skills. Did I min max, Ben?
You definitely did. I'll say that. I'll say this is a DC 10. Brian, what do you got?
Yeah, I got a 17. So
17. Oh wow,
Nice.
15 plus 2.
So this person, judging by their style of clothes, as well as some other nondescript things that you can pick up from their person, looks like they probably died maybe 75, 80 years ago. And maybe they have some type of clothing or jewelry that was popular at that time, and you're aware of this. You are a half elf, so your people do live pretty long. Who knows? Maybe they died while you were alive, or not. That's kind of, I don't know your age or anything.
Sorry if you said it is the dead person an elf?
I didn't think about that because I'm making this up as we're going. Yeah, sure.
God damn
Yeah,
it,
they're
Ben.
they're an elf.
Showing us just how the
Okay.
sausage is made.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say they're an elf. They are a full-blooded elf, so it can't be any more than 200 years old.
Okay. So from what they're wearing, I can kind of deduce from my
Yeah.
role that it was approximately that long ago.
Yeah, maybe they actually were wearing clothing that is native to the elven worlds, like when they first showed up. Perhaps this is somebody who gated in and was killed shortly after coming here. Why and for what reason and when specifically is hard to say. But you see the visage or the memory of what where someone died here.
Okay. Thank you. I guess after I'm done looking, I'm just gonna get up and rejoin the group.
Yep. And as soon as you look away, it's almost like they're not there. And this is after everyone had walked inside. So you then follow everyone inside to the mayor's office. Here we are.
Dun, da, 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 da.
Hooray!
You made it.
And
Is
sitting.
that it? Did we do it?
Yeah, is it?
Yep.
Is it?
You're-
Is it the
Did we
story?
beat it?
Nope, that's it. That's the end of the story.
We beat the campaign, guys. We did
That's
it.
all I prepared. Sorry, there's actually no combat. I don't know what to do.
Awesome.
was
I love
really-
that the intro was longer than the campaign itself.
I was going to say, it was mostly about the tour.
I wasn't kidding you. It really was just a narrative story. I have nothing to go, nowhere to go from here. Sitting at the desk is a young woman who appears to be a goblin, but not a full goblin.
The half goblin.
Yeah, she looks like maybe she's part something else. She seems to be quite. I mean, to put it frankly, she looks very attractive.
I was just about to ask you that, Ben.
Hot gob.
Yeah, you
On
know
a
what?
scale of 1 to 10, how hot is she?
Well, you know what? Why don't you tell me? Because I found an image. I would say she would look something like this. I'm so sorry. I don't know why she has the blushing on her face. She's not blushing. She's just sitting there. But I think that she probably looks something like this.
And then-
Why
I
don't
don't
we
s-
have?
Oh,
Whoa,
geez.
wow, that is gigantic.
Oh, wow.
So Ben, can you describe what we're seeing to
Focus
I
right on her
actually-
chest.
people?
Attaboy.
And it's gone.
Put her back. Put her back.
Yeah, put her back.
Hey,
I
put
don't-
her back.
I want to
Put her
see,
back.
I want to see
that back.
Goblin
Zoom
chest
in more.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to show you the chest. It just
Pan up.
loaded. It just loaded that way.
Pan down.
I'm
Pan
trying.
down.
I'm really
Literally.
trying here. It's not doing
feel
what
like
I
you're
want
not.
it to. I promise I am. Come on.
Ben, come on.
I
Come on.
promise. There we go.
Oh, he's there. Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Oh.
So, who wants to describe her? What do you think she?
The DM?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I
the
thought,
DM.
I thought I would give. Yeah. So
Trying
she,
to put work onto us instead.
Attenborough.
I thought about it, but I'm like, no, Ben's
This
got to
is
get his
his
chops
job.
in here.
yeah. So she looks like she's probably a mixture of maybe a goblin and like a gnome, or maybe a goblin and a halfling. You would think a gnome, given that the hair
Noblin.
that the hair she has appears brightly colored. It is natural. Again, I'm running this kind of half Pathfinder. It is natural in the Pathfinder world that gnomes have brightly colored hair that if they begin to stop experiencing new things, they will begin to develop what's called the bleaching, which is where their hair starts turning white. If you look, she has a little bit of a white twinge underneath that red streak in her hair.
Oh, no.
And the bleaching is an indication.
Quick, someone give her something new.
Zip.
Yeah.
Zip.
The bleaching is an indication that basically they are beginning to die because they need to actually experience new things in this life in order to fuel their longevity. Their very existence is based upon that.
Aw, she's me.
Oh, well, that's going to be awkward because the next thing I was going to say, if you haven't figured it out, I got a thing for gobs.
Oh no! Come on.
Got a thing for
I
gobs.
got a thing for gobs.
Here's another meme
I'm
I
a
found real
gob
quick
guy.
online that I thought was pretty good.
I'm a
It's-
gob guy.
It
I'm more of a
says,
gob
Are you
guy.
putting memes on the chat? Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's just using Roll20 to show his memes now.
Oh man.
she sits at her desk. There is a clock on her desk that's ticking. This world does have some small amount of technology. It looks like a very like gearsy, almost steampunky looking clock, and it just ticks quietly inside this room as she sits there, kind of hunched over her desk, and she looks at you and she says, "Welcome to the office of the mayor. My name is Mrs. Havasset. If you would like to have a seat."
What
Oh,
was your
I
name
see.
again?
My name is Mrs. Havasset. If you'd like to have a seat.
Do you see what she's doing there? That's pretty clever.
I don't think she notices.
Following direction, David walks over to the middle table and has a seat.
We're here. We were told by the harbor master that there's some work as Snow
Yes.
approaches Miss Havasset's desk.
Yes, I have been informed, and I have informed the assistant mayor. If you will please have a seat.
Oh, we still have to
Um,
wait. We just went through a long cruise-like walk.
If it's all right with you, I don't actually sit. I perch. May I perch
sit.
on this chair?
Perch right
yeah.
on her desk.
Yeah,
Is
you
perching
can.
okay?
You can perch if you wish to.
I very roughly climb up to the top of it so I can kind of sit with my little talons on top of the top of the chair.
Perfect. So inside this room, it's basically 3 benches and this desk, and she is sitting by a door. And you wait for probably like an hour, just in absolute silence, as all you hear is this ticking clock. And she just stares blankly forward until finally the clock stops ticking. And she glances up and she says, "The mayor will see you now, or the assistant mayor will see you now."
Did you set a clock for us to wait for?
I'm sorry. Did we just wait an hour to see the assistant?
No, I think that's for the mayor.
No, it's the assistant mayor. The mayor's
Yeah.
not here right now.
Wait, what?
And I'm so sorry. I keep saying assistant mayor. She's actually saying mayor's assistant. I want to clarify the difference there. She keeps saying that you can see the mayor's assistant now.
I scare the bird.
Not the
next to
assistant
me
manager, the
to wake up.
assistant to the manager.
Oh,
She opens the door. I can't do that on this map. So the door is open.
Oh, thank you.
And you are all free to enter the room.
I am still sleeping.
Can I scare the bird awake?
Sure. Make a intimidation check.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, I'm not going to know exactly how light of a sleeper Soot is, but I feel like a 17 is pretty fucking terrifying to wake out of
I
for whatever
grab
you do.
its chest and I scream, I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you. All right, I got her.
Christy's making no noise.
Did I blow myself out?
Yeah. You did.
Sorry, I was
So
scared.
this will be fun for us because we also didn't hear that. So I guess we'll hear it in the
I heard every word.
episode.
Sorry, I cawed a lot. It was very scary.
Oh, okay.
Snow walks away and into the office.
I will gingerly and very tenderly walk behind.
Okay. As you all walk inside and close the door behind you, Mrs. Have-A-Seat's clock begins ticking again. You can hear it from on the other side of the door. In the room, this is a sparsely decorated room. You see a small rat folk, also known as a Yosoki, sitting at the desk. He essentially looks like a all-white rat folk. He's probably about 3.5 feet tall. He has a monocle. He is well-dressed in nice finery. He has various papers and books around him, and he has those creepy red eyes that some rodents sometimes have. And
Very creepy.
in that whole hour you were waiting, nobody bothered to ask his name. And he says, yes, please come inside. I am a pleasure to meet you. I am the assistant to the mayor. My name is Saris Vim. You may refer to me as Mr. Vim. I was informed by one of our runners that the harbor master has sent you to us to assist us with some of the issues we are having.
If you pay well, yeah.
Well, yes, we can discuss compensation shortly. I understand that you just arrived and that you've been at sea for some time. No doubt you have been informed about the third gate.
Yes, we heard from the harbor master.
I think there was some info that he didn't have.
Or couldn't say.
Yes, he has been informed to keep a fairly tight lipped response regarding our issues here in the town. We can't have a panic, you see.
You might want to work on that with him. He broke pretty quickly.
He has a serious drinking problem and is often not. Was he drunk while he was speaking to you?
I think so. Yeah, probably.
Yes. That's the thing with him, is you really can't tell. He needs to be at least heavily intoxicated just to be normal. I'm actually deeply worried about him, but that is not one of the issues that I need you to solve, although it might become one if we run out of time. As I said, my name is Saris Vim. I am the I am the mayor's assistant. Pardon me, my title is the mayor's assistant. We decided that the townsfolk might not appreciate having a rat folk as the assistant mayor. This was a decision by the previous mayor that he felt would be ideal. He has left. He left about a month ago to the capital, along with other main dignitaries from various cities and states in order to discuss the issues with the third gate. Allow me to be frank with you. He looks at the door to ensure it's closed. Shit is fucked. That is essentially the state that the city finds itself in. We have a massive influx of displaced elves who are incapable of speaking the language. They are lacking food. clothing, shelter. We do not have the resources to handle them. There is violence in the streets in regards to them. My guards can barely keep up with their needs as well as the usual needs that we have. The thieves have become more brazen in the market. There are thefts near daily. It was originally small things, but it's becoming more and more. People are sick. We do not know exactly what is going on, but there appears to be some illness spreading throughout the town. I don't have a lot of information on this. You are welcome to speak to a member at the local chapel. We have turned it into an infirmary so that you may determine what's going on there. I am pleased to inform you that it does not seem to be contagious from person to person, so I wouldn't particularly worry about your health and well-being traveling around. However, people are growing ill, and we don't know why. He can give you more information on that. Oh, and people keep complaining about weird noises at night, and nobody knows where that's coming from. We can't seem to pinpoint an exact location. They're just all over the goddamn place. Let's see, what else? Oh, that's right, people are missing. We now have a total of 10 missing people. It wasn't initially a great concern to us as, people go missing all the time in a port city. You know, they hop a boat, they go here or there. However, when 3 of my guards went missing, that was concerning because, you know, I pay them to stay around and they're not here. Which also makes me concerned that whatever is taking people is capable of taking an armed soldier, which is frightening. So, yes, I will pay you well if you can quietly solve some of these issues for me, because I have been left in charge of this town, and frankly, I'm doing a shit job of it.
Well, so it seems like the title change was worth it, huh?
Listen, there were no issues until the mayor left. And then abruptly things started happening all at once. You can't blame me for the gate. I didn't have anything to do with that. And when the gay elves showed up, the thieves became more brazen. I have no idea where the disease came from. I haven't changed. I've worked with the mayor for years. I just slipped into Catan a little bit. I've worked with
A little bit. There he is. I was wondering.
I've worked with the mayor for years. I've worked here for years. I understand how to run things. I often ran things while he was here. But now that he's officially gone and people know it, suddenly everything goes to shit. That seems suspicious.
Could we say that things went bad as soon as the nobles left, not so much as the dignitaries, the politicians? As soon as they left, things went to shit, not so much the mayor.
Yes, I mean, some of the dignitaries left as well. Some remained in town. That's possible.
The dignitaries, I guess, are they local business owners? Is there any of those dignitaries that have any sort of nefarious business dealings that you may hear whispers about? I guess who's looking after the dignitaries dealings while they are gone?
I mean, these are businesses within a port city that have shipping agencies and trade federations. It's a large operation that I don't have time to go into, and I don't feel like making up on the spot. However, what I will say is that no, their business dealings are fine. They always have been. I mean, their job is to make money, and whatever keeps the silver flowing is what keeps them happy. So their primary interests are fine. They always have been. It is not shocking that a large-scale business operation would have nefarious dealings, black market deals, smuggling, that kind of stuff. We, of course, try to keep it under control. We allow a little bit of it here and there in order to appease people, but we crack down on the really dangerous things. It's all politics, and it's not. Perhaps that's an issue, but no. Mostly, people are missing, people are sick, people are dying, and I'm running, and I'm literally losing guards. So,
I guess my point seems to be maybe a power vacuum as soon as the people in authority left. Not to put that on you, obviously, but.
Excuse me, could I possibly get moved to campaign with not so many problems?
I
Like,
was
maybe like
expecting
one.
maybe like 1 or 2 missions. This is
You know what?
little...
I am so sorry.
Yes, we're more of a 2-mission group.
Yeah, it's a lot of problems here. It's kind
Maybe
of
an A
above
mission
my...
and then a B mission.
I
Yes,
apologize.
maybe a submission under one mission.
Yeah,
what's the
but maybe
main goal?
like a fun, lighthearted one where you kind of get to joke around and have a good time.
Yes, like maybe all of your bananas haven't ripened this season for some reason.
Yes,
That
yes.
could be fun.
And we have to explore by like baking and doing fun things in the kitchen. Something
I,
like that. Do you have anything like that for us?
I can create that for the next campaign. However, no, at this very moment,
Yes.
people are dying,
Can I
and
ask you a question about the missing people?
it is my sole responsibility to ensure that the people are safe. The large business owners, the shipping federations, they'll take care of themselves as long as they don't find out about what's happening. If people find out there's a disease in town, they'll stop coming to port. I mean, we are the only port in town, but as soon as shipping dies off, then we die. So, no, I need this handled, and I need it handled quickly and quietly. And I am so sorry. Please, can you all please have a seat? I've just started shouting at you the moment you walked in. You have no
there's not
idea how
enough
stressful I
seats.
am.
I don't actually sit. I perch. Is perching okay?
Oh, yes, of course. That's perfectly fine.
Okay,
let me
I
just,
perch on his desk.
No, don't perch there.
Just climb up
Let me
here if that's
just-
okay.
Here we go. I'll just move this stool over here for you.
yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Very good. He drags
perch.
a stool nearby
Very good
for you to
perch.
perch on. Wonderful. I was actually going to make a joke about how I only had 3 chairs and 1 stool, and one of you was going to have to fight over who had to take it.
No,
but
no,
unfortunately, one of you is a bird, which makes that
Only
much
perch for
easier.
me. Very
I
good
liter-
perch though. This
This
is
entire
nice.
map has no movable objects on it except for that 1 chair, which I put in here to make that joke. So,
The missing people, do they have anything in common?
aside from yes, they do. None of them should be missing. It's one thing of a
that's usually the common thread among missing people. I meant more of like
Except for those
do
ones who deserve it.
Yeah, except for the ones who should be missing.
Yeah, they
No.
should definitely be gone.
This is a port town. Some people should be missing. People get on ships and travel to and fro. When a sailor goes missing, it's not a big shock. We just figure that they picked up a new job somewhere. No, these are family people who live here, who have businesses here, jobs here. I'm getting into Catan again. They have jobs here, and it is shocking for them to suddenly vanish. For example, my guards.
Yeah, no, I got that. The 3
That
guards.
really, you're really upset about the guards.
Yeah, not so much about the citizens.
My concern is that whatever is happening to the citizens seems to be affecting the guards as well. And if whatever is happening can affect my trained military personnel, then we are potentially in trouble.
Do you think they just got scared and ran away?
I pay them pretty well, and they are well vetted. I doubt that they would just, pardon the pun, but jump ship. But
Good joke.
Nice.
it's possible. I would think if a guard were to leave on one of the ships, I would probably be informed by the captains. I mean, they do understand that they need to grease my palm if I grease theirs, so to say. I don't know, and I need assistance. So, for the sake of belaboring this anymore, I will pay you all individually 100 gold pieces if you can find these missing people.
There's gold here?
Silver.
Cano-
We don't have gold.
Canonically, there's no gold here. That means this is very special.
Silver pieces.
Oh,
I
okay.
Is that a
didn't say
lot
that.
in this world?
It is the
Alright,
equivalent to 100 gold pieces.
It's the same amount? Oh, again, excited. Okay.
Well, they don't know what
Um,
gold is here. It has no worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mean
They
that
just have a
yellow
pile
crap
of-
that we
yeah.
just... Yeah.
Pile
You
of
look
gold
over
on
and
the
there's just
side.
a pile of gold in the corner.
They took all the effort to form into bars, even though it's worthless.
Yeah. We don't know what to do with this. It's very heavy. When we're trying to take out silver, we keep getting this stuff out. I don't know.
Okay. We'll take deal? Yes?
Yes, I suppose. They're paying
Excellent.
that handsomely. Is it just
Now-
for the... Hey, we don't have to do anything about the disease?
I
we
think
get
he's
to
asking
pick-
us to do something about disease.
Do we pick one and just go
Yeah.
from there?
Is
You
100
can-
silver per?
One question about the disease. Does all the food come in on the ships, or is it grown locally?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. What about the water source? Is there just one water source for the whole town?
I mean, we exist mostly off of well water. However, there is rivers in the area that we sometimes divert streams from. I don't know too much about the disease. You would need to speak to the local clergymen. I think that they would be better able to assist you on that. They're kind of handling it on that front. They seem to be handling the issue with the disease. I'm handling the issue with the missing people and the elves.
Is there somewhere we can start with the missing people problem?
Well,
The MPP?
no. I don't know really what to tell you. You can investigate the town and speak to people and see if anyone can give you any information. The tavern's always a good start. It's right next to the
Do you have list of who's missing?
Yes, I do. Of course I do. And he goes over and produces a scroll for you that he hands you that has all of their names.
Thank you. I can't read, but this is great.
All 10 people's missing names.
Who was the last person to go missing? Was it all 3 guards at once?
No. The guards went missing intermittently throughout this. Again, at first I thought one of them just left, but then it just kept happening. And these were people who were well involved with the care. Some of them were of higher ranks. I cannot imagine them simply vanishing. So, perhaps you can speak to some people at the tavern, or
Could
you
we
can
talk
check
to
out.
maybe the guard captain and see their quarters, perhaps?
Yes,
didn't
look for clues.
build that.
So
I don't have.
Here's the thing, though, Ben. You can still have us go there.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have to look at a map for it. Just tell
It
us
doesn't
what
need to be a map.
Yep,
where do you want us to go, I guess.
That's fine. Yes. Crazy enough, the building right next to this one on the previous map, I didn't actually build. So yes, that is the captain of the gods' headquarters.
Convenient location.
Yes, it is. Well, it makes sense to have it right next to the mayor's house. I do need my personnel nearby. Actually, literally here in my city I live in, that is how it is. The city hall is directly next to the police station, which is not a crazy concept. Yes, so crazy enough, everywhere you need to go in order to investigate these things are literally within the map directly outside this door. You'd think I would have handled it myself, given that it's like a 30-foot walk, but I'm very busy here, as you can see.
Yes.
And he just starts...
And 30 feet for me is a 2-hour trip.
I'm
For my little
because
tiny
I'm a
feet.
mouse.
as he says this, he starts just shuffling papers around everywhere, and they like fall on the ground, and they get out of order, and he knocks over a ink pot, and it spills everywhere. And
Look
he's,
how busy he is. I think he wants us to leave.
just listen, handle these issues, and I will pay you, and handle them quietly. Everyone knows about the disease. Nobody quite knows about the missing people yet. We've been able to kind of keep it under wraps. It was easy when there was only 1 or 2 of them. Now that there's 7 citizens and guards, people are starting to talk.
Okay.
Okay, well,
So missing people and guards.
Yeah. So for the sake of the podcast, there are
There it
issues
is.
with missing people, a disease, and the thieves are having problems in town. They're getting more
You
brazen.
said there were sounds at night, scary sounds.
And weird noises at night.
Yes. There are also weird noises at night, a lack of medicine to treat the disease. Again, if
But
you just
there
start
is medicine. There is medicine to treat the disease. Just not
Yes.
enough of it.
that is the issue. The disease seems to be spreading faster than we're capable of handling it. Once again, these are things that the local clergyman handling the infirmary can better educate you on. I have told you everything I have. The list in which I wrote GM notes on my token is now empty, and so I'm going to go ahead and stare at you quietly.
Are you going to jump in the water
That's it.
too?
Jumps through the window.
Not the window.
And as a classic video game character, you are forced out of conversation with him, and then he just stands there staring at you and says,
Do you think he has any
Good
like
luck.
those program lines that he'll just like repeat like every
Last time he's saying
Yeah.
we keep trying to talk to
Yeah.
him, he's saying good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I've got so much work
Good
to
luck.
do.
It's not even
I've got
voice
so much work
acted
to
either. It's
do.
just text.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, not in the voiceovers anymore. Oh man.
The town is counting on
Just
you.
text.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, that's good.
Please,
Thanks.
please leave my office.
Yeah, that's actually one of them too. It's just
I will call the guards, which you're gonna go talk to in a minute. Anyway.
What guards?
Yeah, they're
You
all
don't
missing.
have any.
Yeah.
They're all gone.
I guess you are now kind of the city's last hope.
You fucked
Say
up,
it.
man. The city gonna
Okay.
die.
Help
I-
me, OB4 adventurers. You're my
All
only
right,
hope.
I walk out of the building.
Nailed it.
Don't like it. Bad.
Okay,
Bad
so
joke.
you guys all leave the building, and as you walk out, Mrs. Havasset is just sitting at
Just
her
being
table.
real hot.
Just being real hot.
Just
a
being really
Smoking
hot,
over there.
just really hot and depressed.
What did you call him? A noblin, Brian? Noblin?
Noble.
Oh, like
Noblin?
oh, okay, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
like a gnome and a
um,
goblin.
Yeah, the hottest
she-
noblin around.
She seems to be.
Can I do a wink check past her?
Oh, you're gonna do a little bit of
okay.
a
hold
flirt?
on.
You're stepping onto Brian's IP
Hold
over here.
on.
bud.
You're gonna hear
now-
from my lawyer here, Jake,
Now, Brian, I will have to
Just-
tell you that she is not a
just me
round
and a-
faced blonde.
in a suit. What?
She is not a
What? Oh,
round faced blonde.
Perked him up though, didn't it?
She has much more sharp features and dark hair with a little bit of red in it. So I don't know if that does your that tickles
well,
your
you
pickle.
know, beggars can't be choosers.
So you gonna flirt with it, Jake?
So just out of
No, that's fine.
curiosity,
I'm gonna
your
like
name is Gush. Do I want to know why?
It's really nothing
Yo.
interesting. It was just it was a random name generator. Except it was spelled like lowercase g apostrophe capital U SH, like Goosh or something like that. I was like, oh, it's Gush. That's a funny name.
Yeah, obviously.
And then my last name is Geyserman. Gush Geyserman.
He makes him
So
gush.
good.
I can't help but notice that the old man with the cloak is still sitting in my office. If you
Probably
can
asleep.
please leave.
He took a little
And
nap.
he kicks him out. You all
I
leave.
did doze off for a moment.
You all leave the mayor's office. As you exit, you walk past Mrs. Haverseat, who is once again staring at her clock as she watches the minutes tick down on her life. Okay, we are back outside.
Okay.
Jeez.
I feel like one of the problems we were supposed to solve was maybe that. Was that like a
Definitely.
puzzle? Were we going to get more info?
It sounds like Gush is trying to give her a new experience, so that might. Let me tell you something. If she looks like that, she's probably had plenty of those experiences. Moving on.
Jesus
Oh, there, Ben.
Ew,
Calm down. Your own NPC.
Settle
I-
down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Oh, it's your favorite player, man, and welcome to this week's middle break. Yes, we are back. We are back with another episode. Back with another one of those Black Rocket beats. Remember that song? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Oh man, I really hope so. Anyways, we are back with another one of those Block Rockin' Beats, aka Ben's Campaign, episode 2, and we hope you are enjoying it as much as we have been playing it because it was a very silly goose time. And if you're enjoying the silly goose time along with us, there's things you could do to help our podcast grow so more people can experience those silly goose times along with you. The first thing, subscribe, rate, review to our podcast wherever you get our podcast from. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever podcatcher you use, go there, hit that 5-star, and leave a sweet little review, a little synopsis about why you like our podcast so other people might see it and think so too. Also, make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Twitter at New Crits and on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at New Crits on the Block. We're constantly posting content to those sites, behind the scene footage, just a little bit of an insight of who we really are, kind of behind the microphone. And the best way you can help us there is either by tagging people in those posts or resharing those posts to your own profiles. It's a little thing, I know, but it really does help us get that reach because we're only growing through word of mouth right now. So if you could really help us do that, we would appreciate it so much. One of the ways I like to show that appreciation is we have made a Discord for New Crits on the Block. Yes, it is a Discord for all things New Crits, but not all things New Crits. Of course, you can go in there, talk to other fans, talk to the cast members, talk about the show itself. Or if you just want to come in and chill, we got plenty of channels for that too. We've created and cultivated a very safe, inclusive space over the last few years, and we love the family that we have made and the friends that we have made and the friends that we've made along the way who feel like family. You might be thinking, well, Matt, I want to do all these things, but how do I get to all the places that you just mentioned? Well, from our link tree, of course, linktr.ee/newcrits on the block. We'll get you all the places that I mentioned and some places that I didn't even have time to mention. Did I say a word in there somewhere? I'm sure I did. linktr.ee/newcrits on the block. It is your central hub for all things New Crits. Alrighty, Roo, neighbor and neighborettes. Let's get you back into this week's episode. Again, we really hope you are enjoying Ben's first foray into being a DM. It's quite a fun time, huh? It's a little different, but that's why we love him. As you know, we come out with new episodes every single Monday. That ain't stopping anytime soon. So enjoy the rest of this episode. We'll see you next Monday. Be excellent to each other. Stay safe out there. We love y'all. Bye.
Everyone, let's decide where we go first. What
Are
is
we-
biggest issue? Is I
I didn't ask
want
about the
to
death
solve-
count of the disease.
I
Probably
would
should
like
have.
to not catch that.
He
do we
did
wait on
specify
It's
that
not-
the disease doesn't appear to be contagious from person to person.
Yep.
I wanted to make sure that was clear
But-
because I don't want you avoiding that mission for that reason.
Well, bird immune system is very sensitive, so just want to make sure I don't.
I got 9 lives.
Extra,
I'm good.
This is actually a strain of avian bird flu and
That's
feline
kind of-
immunodeficiency virus. It is
Oh,
a real
no.
issue. It's a strange
Double-
mixture of the
double
two.
whammy.
So we are
Damn.
in a nurse podcast.
He got
Those
it.
were well, I mean, avian bird flu, yeah, it becomes a human problem, but FIV
vote-
is
I vote
specific
we-
to cats.
Start with the missing persons.
Okay.
I'm
Missing
good
persons.
with that, yeah.
Okay, where would you
Yes.
go to talk to somebody about that?
Like,
He
guard?
specifically told you he didn't know where to send you about that.
Well,
The
what about
guard.
the
Oh, you want-
captain's quarters, maybe, or the
Okay.
tavern, but captain's quarters first, maybe.
Sure. You
Yeah.
guys, so you guys go to the captain's quarters?
We do.
Great. You knock on this door, and the guards out front, acknowledge that you were sent by the mayor. They were informed of that they were going to have some freelancers working for them. It's not particularly shocking. You go inside, and inside there is a young man, a young dwarf. We'll say he's a dwarf, who is looking somewhat overwhelmed at his new responsibilities, as he clearly is trying to figure out how to do the roster. I just myself, Ben Cheney, spent my first week last week as charge nurse of my unit, and I am super fucking overwhelmed. I also decided to start running a campaign because I have lost my goddamn mind. So this man is trying to figure out how to staff the garrison with a bunch of
With
people
no staff.
who have
With no
staff. Everyone's calling in sick,
And Wesley wants
um,
vacation, so what are we going to do about that?
and then if you don't get what you want, you just don't show up and you call in sick anyway. Even if you're not.
Congrats, Ben.
Yep. And so he's just sitting here with multiple highlighters over this piece of paper, trying to figure out what to do as the fantasy phone won't stop fucking ringing.
D&D is therapy, isn't it?
Are you the freelancers sent to us by the mayor?
Yes. We've heard you've
Yes.
had a few problems with your roster.
I don't know
Some
why.
missing people.
Yes.
I don't
that
know
too.
why I bothered to ask that question. A group of heavily armed exotic races walked into my building. What else could you be?
I have a lot of
We're looking for a fire permit.
trying to do a fireworks show,
No,
actually.
that's a Boral thing. Yes, well, I'm informed that you wanted to know more about the missing people. I can tell you that over the course of the last month or so, after the mayor has left, people started slowly going missing throughout the town. They have always gone missing under the same circumstances. It seems to happen at night. People are seen during the day at their jobs, and then upon heading home at night, they simply just never make it there. It's never the same location. It's sometimes one side of town or the other. Sometimes it's the market. Sometimes it's on the way out of the tavern, drunkenly shambling home. My guards don't notice it. I only have so many people to patrol the streets, and of course, my guards have started going missing too. So, in fact, my captain was one of them. So, that's concerning. And I am now in charge, and I'm trying to handle this, and I don't really know where to look.
Do you know the last location your guard captain was seen?
Here, he was working, and then he went home for the evening, and then he vanished. I can tell you that we do know specifically one person was a drunkard leaving the tavern as he was leaving, wandering outside. But he didn't come home. We just assumed that he passed out in a gutter somewhere. But we have done a full sweep of the city and have been incapable of finding anyone. After a few days, he was chalked up to be one of the missing people. But he was at the tavern. I will say that. The other ones have gone.
Person.
Yes, he was a townsfolk. It was Mr. on the list that you have there, and he was at the bar having a few pints, and he left. And on the way home, he vanished. Unlike us dwarves, humans can't handle their liquor quite as well. But he's never had an issue in the past. He's always been an upstanding citizen, paid his taxes, never caused any problems. I only knew about him because he wasn't somebody I dealt with on a regular basis.
Do you know if most of the people that went missing, or at least the guards, visit the tavern? Does the guard captain visit the tavern often?
Everyone visits the tavern. Who doesn't like having a few drinks after work?
And it's so close.
Yes, it's extremely convenient that all of these buildings are literally within, let's take the measuring system here, 45 feet of one another exactly.
So convenient. I have a question. For the people who disappeared, before their disappearance, were they scared of anything? Were they nervous? Did they act a certain way, like maybe someone was going to snatch
shifty?
them? Were they being
That's what makes this so strange.
Unusual.
As the mayor told you, the thing that is most odd is that they don't have a reason for vanishing. It's one thing when spousal arguments and people fighting, and then all of a sudden somebody leaves in the middle of the night and all their clothes and money is gone. You can chalk that up to, somebody just abandoning their family or running off. No, these are working people who have had a life here. They have people who count on them, who rely on them, and suddenly they're gone.
Okay,
well, maybe
that was my question, so I have nothing else.
Then I guess we go and visit the tavern, if that's where most people visit. And if you don't have, unless you have any other information about the location, maybe that we can visit the homes or
disappearance sites.
We've already gathered all the data we can on them. There's no need to speak to the family and sadden their situation any further. We're a small city, but we're not incompetent. We have done the legwork, and the legwork is we don't know what they just vanished off the streets, gone. So I don't know. We do know one of them was seen very specifically leaving the tavern and never made it to their home. And their home is not far away. So something happened between here and there. I advise that you speak to somebody at the tavern. I can also advise you that we have sick in the town that need to be dealt with as well.
We've heard.
Yeah,
So maybe we go to
we're
the
trying to avoid that one a little bit.
Again, they're not contagious.
I once again would like to point out that it is only 45 feet away. As I draw this.
A little past my walking speed. So
It's going to take you more
fly,
than...
that would be another conversation.
You
I'm
can.
only allowed to walk.
I can
No,
run
you
off
can
horse.
fly. I just don't want to run it in combat.
Okay. Let's.
Yes.
I guess we go to the cathedral.
Sure. We can go to the cathedral.
The
That sounds good
disease,
to
or do
everybody.
we go to the tavern?
As
Tavern.
the DM thinks in his mind, finally they have picked up on the scent I have been putting in front of them for the last 10
I
minutes.
keep mentioning it and they don't keep taking it.
So which place do you go to?
Cathedral.
Yes.
As I put your
Cathedral,
pawns
which is like I
As
said.
he puts us there.
Very good. Let me see here. So I got to copy and paste you guys and drop you over here. You find yourself in front of the cathedral, the local cathedral in town. This appears to be a temple to the false champion, a smaller but still well-known religion within this world that I made up on the fly last night. It is your standard ornate, clean, marbled, shiny, fancy holy place. There's pews inside. It's a long rectangular shaped building that comes wider at the end. And there are various sick people laying throughout it in various corners. And there appears to be a man moving about inside, tending to them with what he has available. If you remember in the intro, a young man was treating a sickly dwarf, but did not have the supplies to do it. Do you go inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go inside.
Yes.
Great. As you enter into the chapel, the man who is going about looks over and says, do we have more sick?
No. The mayor sent
that's-
us to help.
Oh, thank the false champion. Oh, okay. Where to start?
Oh, another
First of
info
all,
dump.
who are you?
My name's Snow.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Snow. My name is Tio First Path.
I am Soot.
Thank you. Yes. Hello, Suit.
Soot.
Yes, Suit. That's what I said.
No, every time. What does it have to me? I don't understand. I picked the easiest names.
Because I said it wrong the first time, and now it's a joke. And you, sir,
Bad joke.
old dirty man covered in feathers.
Jeez. Kind of
Excuse
rude.
me?
Yeah.
I do not believe I've ever described myself as being dirty or covered in any sort of anything other than exotic furs and feathers. But me, I walk slowly up the center of the pews, approaching the man who seems to be in charge of the cathedral and not helping the sick. And I introduce myself as such. I am David Scattenborough.
It's
Ask
a
him what
pleasure
he
to
does
meet
for a
you.
living.
You are surprisingly more long-winded than the DM.
That is one of the reasons that I was created, is to try to out long-wind the DM
On his own one shot.
I kind of knew that.
I love it.
And yes, you, sir, half elf. I'm so sorry. Your name?
My name is Gush.
Gush Guzman.
Every time I hear it.
So unamused.
Very good. Are any of you a follower of the false champion?
No.
Who is that?
Yes. Well, we're not exactly a well-known organization. However, yes, you stand in the temple of the false champion. I'll spare you the details, but
Thank you.
essentially, I'll make this as short as I can. Hundreds of years ago, a lowly knight simply pretended to be a scion of his god, of his lord, a heavenly being sent from the heavens in order to boister the ranks against the creeping doom that was causing issues at the time. He managed to do so, and in doing so, they managed to defeat the evil and banish it back to its dark realm. However, in doing so, once it was discovered that he had deceived people and lied about his heritage, he was executed. He did the very thing he needed to do, and he inspired people, and he was killed for it. And we will never forget his sacrifice. It seemed it was never malicious. He was only kind-hearted. So he is our false champion, but he is still our champion, and we will always honor him. That being said, Not a lot of prayer is going on here now. It is mostly being used to treat the sick. I cannot keep up with it. They come in droves faster than I can cure. At first, I could just cast some spells in order to cure their diseases, like a level 2 restoration, if you will. But I only have so many times I can do that a day before I'm taxed. I become weak, and if I become sick, then I can't care for anyone, and they'll all perish. They're coming in faster than I'm able to care for them. I was able to create some medicines out of some local herbs out in the forest, but I've begun running out. I can't get anyone to go out there and get them. I can't go there myself. I can't leave these people. I'm really running out of time here. We need to determine where the disease is coming from and stop it, but we also need, at this very moment, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actively ill people in here and no means of treating them. I need more of these herbs, and I need them quickly, because I know tomorrow there will probably be 6 more and 6 more after that. So I ask you, if you could please go find me some of these herbs. I will these mushrooms. I will be able to concoct more potions of cured disease.
Wait, we have to go collect mushrooms for you? How many? 25 probably?
This is a fetched quest. I have an entire forest where you have to go. No, there is one location you need to go to. No, I can mark it here on your map. I can tell you the way. It's not particularly difficult, although it would help if you had some experience out in the wilderness.
I'm a cat.
I need... You are a cat.
Okay, but are you an indoor cat?
You a fancy cat.
I think I
Oh, yeah.
could be.
Ooh, is Snow declawed?
No. Snow has his claws.
That's barbaric.
Yeah, that's barbaric.
Um,
I'm an indoor-outdoor. Mainly indoor, probably.
So yes. Specifically, what I need is a mushroom called a corpse cap. They grow specifically from dead animals. Ironically, usually large animals, as they need that much nutrition to grow. They are, despite their name, harmless. A corpse cap is not dangerous at all. If you would like to, I can show you on the map where to go. I'm sure you can find some recently deceased wildlife out in the woods. Not a particularly hard thing to find, and where the mushrooms tend to grow. I will warn you though. There's also another mushroom that grows out of recently deceased animals called a corpse cap, only spelled KORPS. Which looks completely identical, and if you touch it, it will explode. But no worries. You can't possibly bring me the wrong one, because if you grab the wrong one, it will blow up. So, trial and error, you will eventually get the correct sample for me.
Oh.
How do you know which one is which when you go collect them?
Oh, well, I happen to know the specific details of mushrooms, because I
tell us
am a
those?
mushroom.
Yeah, maybe you share that
ologist.
with us. That's good
You're a
information.
Yes, no, of course. Here, and he gives you an intricately detailed looking mushroom thing that I'm just gonna say looks super fucking cool. He details all the stuff about it, and it looks. He draws 2 of them. They look like exactly identical. It's just like underneath the mushroom, there's like a slight difference in regards to the way like little lines and shit are. It's like, oh well, this one goes in a straight line and this one goes in a semi-straight line, and that's how you can tell the difference, because that's how actual fucking mushrooms are. When you go look at them, you're like, oh, this is edible and this will kill you, and they look exactly alike. So knowing this information, I'm sure that will provide you with some type of bonus to your survival check or perception check or whatever the DM decides to make you roll when you go find them. And in the background, you hear somebody, oh God, oh, and they like actively shit themselves in the corner. And he goes, please, these people don't have time.
Gross.
I mean, you're
and he marks on your map
like an hour.
Yes. And he marks on your map where you can find these mushrooms.
Thank you, I guess.
No, thank you.
Exploding mushroom
These
part.
people. Well, listen, I did. You're acting like I decided that they explode. It's not like I have control of these things. What do you think I am? Some type of all-powerful god? No. And then he turns around
mushroom.
and he prays to the false champion as
we walk
he
away.
says this.
This town is annoying.
Oh, bow, 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 bow.
What was
That was
He's
his
doing a
pray.
prayer. Yeah, he's bowing.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's bowing to the false champion over here. Yeah, as you leave, he does say, as their order does, may you walk with your head held high. And you guys do what?
We follow the map.
Great. You all leave the area. So you guys are going to go out of town and go try to hunt down these mushrooms, or are you going to go somewhere else?
Yeah, we're trying to find those mushrooms, right?
Yeah, works for me.
hunt
Got it.
some
Let's go
magic
shrooming.
mushrooms.
All right. You all, I can make you make
Die.
like a survival check or something to get there, but you're going to get there no matter what. So what fucking difference does it make? Actually, no, you know what? No.
Here
Let's
we
see
go.
how long it takes to get there, because that might determine how many people die before you get back. Make a survival check.
I rolled an
You can have,
18.
oh, okay.
You can have what?
I mean, that does it. So you guys can roll more if you want to, but
Oh,
Oh,
Hey!
woo!
oh,
Brian
you
got
rolled
a
a natural
crit.
20.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Brian rolled
Okay.
20.
Yeah.
Oh, are we allowed to roll twice? So we have advantage?
No, but I mean,
Oh, do we
no.
have advantage?
I'm a cat.
no, but
Does that come into play at all?
I rolled 3. I am inside bird.
I see an 18, a 17, a 15. You guys did fine. All right. So you find yourselves after walking for like basically a complete straight fucking line. You guys travel through this forest until you come to a clearing. And in this clearing, you stumble across what appears to be a somewhat recently deceased owlbear, in which you see it is beginning to decay. Looks like it's been dead for at least a few days. There's like various states of decomposition on it, but you do see a couple different, almost identical looking mushrooms growing out of it. I will say, here he comes.
Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Get ready.
Where, Ben?
Oh,
right
Wait.
in the map.
Wait,
I
where?
guess-
Where are we
Oh, on the
looking?
map?
I guess I thought there'd be more to it.
Yeah,
No.
it's
I'm not-
Just the
I'm not
shirt
seeing
and
anything.
some fur, and that's it.
Go to the map on roll,
Roll
20,
20.
Brian.
Oh,
Can't miss
okay.
it.
Yeah,
The
I can't
little-
miss it.
What are those little ears?
I don't know.
I think he's supposed to have.
Like,
Um,
is that from his ears? I like to
He's
imagine
still-
that's from his ear holes.
He's still just
They-
in a blouse. Like what?
Yeah.
Wait,
Picked up a new
Hold on,
job
Ben.
somewhere.
Hold up, Ben. Sorry.
Just in case that's picking up.
Did he just go back in his room?
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Wait,
some
Nope.
He's back.
Fuck. Sorry.
I was about to start writing what you were saying on notes, but maybe I.
Well, maybe you should now. You get caught up.
Okay.
I
He's
think